Hey, what's going on, life agents? Hey, Leon Thomas here, and in this video, I'm going to be answering the question: is the insurance industry oversaturated? Right. So, is the insurance industry oversaturated? Right. But before we dive into today's video, if you are a life insurance agent or you're looking to become a life insurance agent and you want to join the industry and you want higher comp, you want fresh exclusive leads on a consistent basis, you don't want to be a captive agent, you want those day one renewals, you can actually click on the link just above this video, of course, and you can schedule a quick strategy session with myself or someone from our team, and we will kindly reach out to you, see how we can help you. All right. So, with that being said, of course, let's dive into today's topic. Right. So, a lot of people want to know about the life insurance industry. They're saying that it's a lot of money to be made there. It's a great industry to get into, of course, when it's the right situation, and they can really do well, of course, especially if they're transitioning from another job or if they're just looking to just level up altogether, right? And so, but people want to know if it's worth it, right? So, what I'm gonna do in this video, I'm gonna actually be covering like some details on some things you need to consider and think about to help you actually make an informed decision on whether or not it's going to be even worth you pursuing, right? Or if it's worth your time, right? Um, so let's talk a little bit about like the mindset behind market saturation, right? So first and foremost, market saturation is a myth, right? So let me explain. All right, it's a myth, right? I should have said that for the end, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and explain, right? So what most people are wanting to know is if there's a lot of competition, or if there's too much competition, right? And really, the mindset behind this analogy, or this belief, I should say, is that there's no work to do, or is that what I just want to extract from the industry, right? I just want to make money. I don't want to actually give back. And so I always tell people, the people that are just trying to make money in any industry are the people that are going to struggle the most, right? Now, what I mean by that, now obviously you're in the business, the industry to make money. You want to join to make money, but you have to shift your focus from just making money to actually helping and serving people, right? So you have to have that shift. Most people in any industry, and I've been in a few before I got into in the insurance industry, the people that are just trying to see like, well, can I make money in the industry, or they only have their mind on just making money, they actually do the worst. They struggle the most, I should say. The people that are actually set on focusing on serving families and helping people, they actually do the best, right? And so their mindset is on serving first, and then by default, they actually will get compensated very handsomely, right, in this industry. Okay, so that's tip number one. That's the first thing I want you to keep in mind. So, first thing is you got to focus on serving people. If you come into the industry just thinking about yourself, you may struggle. You more likely will struggle. Yeah, you can make some money, but it's probably going to be ebb and flow. You're not going to do as well as you want to do, right? So just keep that in mind. All right. Tip number two, what you want to keep in mind is that let's talk about like the baby boomers, for example, right? So the industry is constantly growing, right? From a customer perspective, meaning more and more people are actually coming into our space, if you will, so that we can serve them. So, for example, let's take a look at the baby boomers, right? It's kind of work in reverse here. So, if we take a look at the baby boomers, for example, if you know anything about history, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I remember years ago, one of my mentors actually he shared with me this graph, and it was on how like in every phase of the baby boomers, there was always money that was being made because they actually they stimulated the economy with by the time they were growing. So like Buster Brown shoes, and I can't think of everything, but basically there was always money to be made, from the baby boomers, right? And so they stimulated the economy, right? And so let's kind of look at the baby boomers, for example, right? So like right now, most of them are retiring. If they haven't yet, they're about to retire, right? And so therefore, if they haven't bought insurance yet, they're buying it now, or a lot of them probably have some insurance, they're buying more, right? So believe it or not, more people are buying insurance that already even have insurance. I mean, I'm in homes daily, and I talk to people all the time, and these people, a lot of them, they have insurance already. They just want more insurance, right? And so which is huge, right? Because that just means more business for us, obviously, right? Um, some of them, of course, if they are retired, what's happening is they have monies like that they invested into like 401ks, obviously from working. They got stocks, bonds, mutual funds, CDs, IRAs, things like that, and they just don't want to play that game anymore, right? I mean, they're up in age now where they don't want to put their money on the markets, even though yeah they can make money, of course, but they want to do more so of protecting their money now. That's where your annuity comes in, right? If you guys have seen my video on annuities, my very first annuity that I wrote, I made 10K in like an hour and a half, right? And I didn't even know what I was doing. But most of the seniors now, they don't want to play the stock game anymore, right? Most of them, they don't have a whole lot of discretionary income. They don't really have money to even lose now. They want to create a lifetime income stream for them, for the latter years of their life. And so therefore we can actually help them with annuities and things like that. And so that's huge for us, right? So there is a market for them still, even though, you know, they're retiring. There's still a market. They still want, you know, either life insurance initially, or they want, you know, additional life insurance, and of course, or they want annuities. They want to protect their money, right? So that's your senior market, right? So let's rewind a little bit to like the generation, the millennials, if you will, right? So I believe there was a poll that said like 60% of millennials actually bought life insurance the last year during the pandemic, right? So more and more people, even throughout the pandemic, actually are buying life insurance and or are buying more, right? And so therefore, our market actually is expanding, right? So more and more people, our niche is growing from a demographic, age demographic perspective. It's actually growing. And so more people, they're seeing their need for life insurance. They're learning about, you know, things like mortgage protection. They're learning about, you know, cash value assets, which is built into life insurance policies, right? They're learning how the rich have always leveraged life insurance to either grow money or protect money, right? Or avoid, you know, paying high taxes, right? So they're learning about these things, right? Like it's not a secret anymore, right? And so for that reason, more millennials and even younger people are actually wanting to invest into life insurance policies, right? So I want you to keep those things in mind, right? So market saturation is a complete myth, right? We literally have more people, even throughout the pandemic, of course, like I said, that have bought homes, right? So more people learning about mortgage protection, and which is just term life insurance, right, with a sexy name. But what's happening is people are realizing that, you know what, we can actually, you know, they can purchase a home. Obviously, they're purchasing homes, but they can protect it. And at the end of a lot of these policies, if they qualify, they can actually get up to 100% of their money back once the house is paid off, right? And so there's some huge benefits with a lot of these new mortgage protection policies that are very attractive. And when we explain them to homeowners, it's like they're like, sign me up, right? It's like it's not a hard sell. It's not a hard sell at all. It's like it's a sexy product and people just want it. And we share the benefits of it and what it does for them, it's like a no-brainer for them to buy it, right? So with that being said, of course, I hope you got a ton of value from this video. If you have, of course, you got any questions, just drop them here in the comments, of course. And just know that, yeah, the industry is poised for growth. Market saturation is a complete myth, all right? So I hope you guys got a ton of value from this video. If you want to know more about how you can actually get started in the life insurance industry, maybe you're just looking around, you're trying to just see which is, you know, which way to go and which is the best thing for you, but you haven't got your exam yet, you can actually go to lifeagentexam.com. Get your free exam voucher. It's on us. The company actually takes care of it for you. It's free. You just get in and just dive right in, of course, and we'll send you the information you can get started on, of course, and from there we can help you out, right? So with that being said, of course, like I said, you can go to lifeagentexam.com, get your free licensing exam voucher, right? So next time, of course, I'll see you on the internet. Take care. Bye for now.